give you a yes or no and then I'm going to finish. Andrew, this is why people. Andrew, this is why Andrew, this is why people. Andrew, this.
Please stop over talking each other.
Andrew, this is why. Sorry, James. Andrew, this is why people don't give you a yes or no, is because you cut them off as they're giving clarification
Yeah,
to the statement.
clarification. Is it
And that's dishonest.
no, yes or no? Is it
I'm going to keep going with my previous statement, and then
Can you answer my question?
I'll answer your question.
Is it objectively morally wrong to kill
I-
baby? Yes or no?
Andrew, I will answer your question after I finish my answer to the previous question.
I bet. Let's do the bloviation shuffle.
And you do this, Andrew, because you know that it causes me to lose track of my
I just want you to
It's very dishonest on your part.
I just want you
And
to
this
answer
gets
my
dismissed.
question.
And I answered your question. I gave
Is
you
it
a yes or
objectively
no,
morally
and
wrong?
then
Yes or no?
you did not let me do the clarification.
Is it objectively wrong?
Andrew, why are you like this? When you dropped off that
Because I am
as a
sick.
child,
Because I am
Okay,
sick of
let's
doing
stop
the
that.
bloviation dance. Because I'm sick of doing the bloviation dance.
Right.
That's why.
you bloviate, Andrew. You talk like
Okay, I
excessively.
literally,
Why?
okay, so 15 seconds.
He asked you a question, Todd. Hey, James,
15
tired.
seconds. Asking you a question. Is it objectively morally wrong to kill a baby, yes or no? Not even 15 seconds.
Just answer that, James.
I'll answer that, James, after I give the clarification for the
Yeah,
last
here we go.
question
Here we go.
that I gave him a yes or no for, and he decided to overtalk on it.
All right, how long is it take? 60 seconds? Is that good?
Yeah, well,
Okay,
that long.
wrap that up and then answer the question.
So, we were discussing, and Andrew said, state your first question again, Andrew, see, because you do this to cause me to lose track, not the second question. Restate
I'm
the
asking you one
before that.
question. Is it objectively morally wrong to kill a baby, yes or no?
I believe yes.
Okay, did God kill babies? Yes or no? You just said yes, so.
Within the creator-creature distinction, I took that as you were asking for us. You mean God
No.
would take over all
Wait,
life?
wait.
Because I think that is the fair distinction to make. And I think that you
So
can
it's
ask
not
questions
objectively
because
morally wrong.
everybody is going, Andrew, I don't know, like, you talk about the situations, and you would say that God has certain rights, even under your view as creator, that he doesn't give his creation. Right?
I agree with that. I agree.
So if God takes a life, which God takes every life at some point,
Okay.
that's very different than you or I taking a life.
Well, I don't know
Right?
if I agree with that, but yeah.
It's not different than.
No, I don't.
Well,
agree with
it's
that.
not going to matter because God commanded humans to kill babies.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I don't really care. Oh, hold on. I don't really care.
I don't think he commanded it.
I don't really. Hold on. I don't really agree that God.
See, that's more interesting than all that.
I don't.
Yeah, that's
agree
what
that- I don't.
telling Andrew.
Hold on. I don't really agree that God takes every life. Okay, but that's a separate point. Now, as far as killing babies, if God tells somebody to kill a baby, can you explain to me what the difference is between God killing a baby and then him exercising his justice through humans and saying, hey, you go do it? Can you explain to me why in one case it's wrong and the other it isn't? Can you explain that?
Yeah, because of what you already agreed to, Andrew, the creator-creature distinction, that the creator has certain rights within his creation.
And does the
And then
creator
within
have the
his-
right to exercise judgment?
Andrew, I'm trying to finish.
Yeah, I just hate
But
how
you-
slow
you-
you are,
you
and I
do
hate the
this-
fact that you're not answering.
And Andrew, for somebody who bloviates and talks as
I'm not
much as
bloviating,
you,
I'm going very
somebody
quick.
trying
I'm
to
going
make
very
like
quick, so you can't say anything about bloviation.
Andrew,
I'm
Andrew,
talking
the
in less
mods
than
need to
15
put you
seconds.
on like a 5-minute timer so that people
We'll
can
respond in
respond to you.
15 seconds. 15 seconds. I'll respond in 15 seconds. You respond in 15 seconds. Let's do that. 15 seconds. I'll go that quick. Okay. Go ahead.
I'll let you go for 15 seconds. Go ahead, Andrew.
Okay. Why is it morally wrong for God to tell people to go like babies and women, but he can do it himself and that's not? Explain the difference. Go ahead.
Because of the creator-creature distinction, and that God has the right to give and take life, as God is the creator and sustainer of that life. You are not the creator and sustainer of that life, so you don't have the right to do it, and God would not command it.
How do you know God would not command it? It seems like he did.
Because my view of God is that God is an all-loving God, and I believe that commanding the killing of a child would be an unloving action. It would be against God's character.
Okay, but it's very strange because you're saying it's completely fine for him to kill, smother, drown, do whatever. But just because he has a human do it, therefore it's unacceptable. Think about the reasons why that could possibly be. If he has humans do it, humans might be traumatized, but think about all the trauma he causes when he kills babies, etc. So how are they any morally different? Go ahead.
Within the scenario you did, like smothering and that kind of stuff, like if God started smothering his creatures, I would say that that's immoral. But I also have questions when it comes to the things that it seems like God permits to happen. Eye worms, childhood cancer. Because on the face of it, Andrew, these don't seem like moral actions to be permitted from an all-loving God.
Okay, listen to my question, okay? What is the moral wrongness that is being done? Explain why it is morally wrong for God to tell people to kill people, like babies, etc. But he himself can kill babies and women, and you're not like, that's a problem. You don't think it's a problem because he's the giver and taker of life. Fine. Why can't he be the giver and taker of life through other people? Explain what the moral wrongness is. Go ahead.
Because, Andrew, I think that there is like natural life cycles and natural processes that we live, we die, and there's actions that can shorten our lifespan. But God gives us that, maintains it. And the other caveats that we mentioned, I don't believe God would command you to smother a baby with a pillow. And my question and caveat to God is, why do we have child cancer and leukemia and all these other things? Because, real quick, because it seems on the face of it immoral.
Okay, I apparently I'm saying too much. We're not staying on the one point. When God tells people, the person, a human, to kill a baby, what is the moral wrongness that God
How
is doing?
retarded! How brain rotted out can one person be to keep repeating the same question over and over
Because
again?
God is having
Holy
another image
shit!
bearer kill an image bearer of himself. God is having another child kill another child of his.
Okay, and what's wrong? That's the action. You're just restating the action. What is it?
The action's wrong.
Yeah, why is that wrong?
Well, because I believe that we have an all-loving God, Andrew, which I've actually
You're just doing it. You're
used
just
several times.
That's
And
not
an all-loving
answering.
God
That's not
seems to
answering.
have like attributes like caring for their children,
Yes,
protecting their children.
of course, that's going to apply to
And
all
if
the other
that God
things.
is telling you to smother the baby with a pillow, well, then that God is an immoral God, and that's
No.
not the God that I believe.
Andrew, are you making a claim that this God has a justification for the killing of the baby that God's ordering you to do?
Well, I'm asking him what is the justification. Well, I'm sorry. I'm asking him what is the wrongdoing that God is doing by telling a human to kill.
And he's violating his love and nature.
It's not a good day for some
God
people.
exists,
You're
and
restating
there's
it. You're
certain-
just restating it. You're
there's
just
certain-
restating it.
Andrew, if a loving God exists, there's certain self-imposed things that a loving God can't do.
Okay, it sounds like you're
That
saying
God
it's intuitive.
Yeah, but why would he be killing babies then, Jade?
I don't believe that he ever commanded killing
You
babies.
said no.
No, I'm not.
Baby stuff.
Him killing babies. Like it seems like this.
Well,
You're gonna appeal to him being all loving as why he doesn't command others to do it. It's also a reason for him not to do it.
Well, that's the caveat, Sully. The thing that I would have a question for God about was on the
No,
face
that's
of
what
it.
you were condemning me over.
Andrew,
though.
hang on,
That's
Andrew,
what you were
let me
condemning me
finish.
over, though.
Andrew, let me finish real quick. Answer,
I just-
Sully.
I'm
Because on the face of it, Sully, it seems like that these actions go against there being an all-loving good God.
Yeah, but the point is, James, you said it was okay for God to do it, but for God to order someone else to do it, it's not okay.
Within like a paradigm of maintaining our lives, but I still caveated that James was saying. There's certain questions that I have, like if this all-loving God exists, that I believe can exist, why is this possible? Why is this happening? And so I don't have an answer for why that's happening. Because on the face of it, it seems like he's an immoral God. Go ahead, Sully.
Like what seems to be going on is like if I said, okay, is it okay for me to kill this guy? It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, is it okay for me to like command somebody else to do it or like hire somebody else to do it? And then you're like, no, that's not okay. And just appealing to like the virtue of their character doesn't seem to explain the difference between those two things. Because if I just say like, well, you shouldn't do it because a good person wouldn't do that. That seems to apply to like you doing the killing yourself and like hiring a hitman or something like that. I could come up with cases where there would be an asymmetry though. Potentially, that's just not what. That wouldn't be the reason. It wouldn't just be an appeal to like, well, he's all up.
Well, I think, Sully, that what we're looking at is that if I'm going by this view that God can possibly exist, either he's just a monster who does all these terrible things, permits all these terrible things, or there's some reason that these perceived terrible actions, like allowing somebody who hurts a child to happen, and I don't have access to that. So my answer to Andrew in that has been, I don't know. But I also, looking at the Bible and how I look at it through different people, like Andrew referenced Paul Gopin, I talked to him. I talked to Ronald Rouser.
Ronald Reagan. It's Ronald Reagan.
I'm butchering the hell out of that name.
No, it's Ronald Reagan.
But I've talked to him.
He's a real rebel rouser.
On my channel. And I don't take that God can command it. So I'm not saying, Sully, that I have the perfect answer for that. But what I am looking at Andrew and saying, okay, if you're saying that there is a subjective standard, but the objective standard only applies in very nuanced certain situations.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's actually fine, though. I actually don't see any problem with that.
And then when you're looking at certain actions, Sully, and I'm pointing out, like murdering a child, taking a young virgin for your wife after
don't try to bring the virgin thing. Don't try to tip it. It's not murdering a child.
These things, on the face of it, seem like monstrous things for God to
On the
command.
face of it, God killing babies, God killing women, children, all throughout history, allowing for it to occur. On the face of it, seems morally repugnant. So that's not going to be enough.
It's all evidence against it.
And Sully, I appreciate you coming in and being a voice of reason and helping getting us back on focus.
James, you need to make a distinction. James, can you go ahead and give a justification for what's morally permissible for God to kill babies, kill women, all this stuff, right? To allow for horrendous stuff to happen in mass. Why is that okay? But if God tells a human to do it, what exactly is he doing there? Point out exactly. Is he causing these people trauma? Oh no! The guys that have to cut babies in half, oh no! But if God does it and destroys families, destroys their emotional states, traumatizes the whole nation due to horrific things that he just allows or does exactly, right? That's okay. That's okay. Maintain that he's morally perfect, right? But you somehow can't come up with any to explain him traumatizing some Israelites for killing women and children. Explain that to me, brother. Explain that to me.
Yeah, I've been clear. I don't think that an all-loving God could or would do that. And I have this other God, and Andrew, let me finish. We can let each other talk. We don't have to like have this consistent under talking and over talking. I'm saying that, okay, I have these two things. I seem very intuitive. Andrew, let me make this as simple for you as I can. On the face of it, both examples, a kid dying of childhood leukemia, a kid being raped, a kid being murdered, all outside of God's command, seems just as bad on the face of it as God commanding it himself.
Fucking retards.
But we're talking about two separate things. We're talking about you who believes that God can and has. Andrew, I'm finishing. Andrew.
I hate how long this takes. I hate how long this takes. Go ahead.
Andrew, you who believe that God can and does command these things. And I'm saying that an all-loving God wouldn't do that. And you're saying, hey, what about this other thing that it seems from your view that an all-loving God wouldn't do? And I'm saying, yes, Andrew, an all-loving God I don't think should or would do this either.
James, you wanted to say that if God commanded people to kill babies, that's just morally atrocious. He's a moral monster. You said that. This is in this replay. It is in this replay. Okay?
Yes.
Now you want to say that they're the equivalent. Okay? I don't understand where you're at.
Well, the equivalent of wrong. No, they're the equivalent of wrong.
Oh, they're
Right, in the
wrong.
particular
One's
case,
a moral
but-
monster and one has a... You said there are morally sufficient reasons that you're just not aware of.
Well, Andrew, if you're right, and God is just this passive prick who commands people to smother. Andrew, let me finish. Andrew, let me finish. Andrew,
I'm black.
Let me finish.
Black for a while.
Let me finish. Okay, let's say, Andrew, let's say this. Andrew, and I keep saying from his perspective because we have different views and different ways to look at this.
Agree that God killed
But
babies.
if-
Agree God...
If I don't believe that God commanded, Andrew. So we have Andrew. I don't believe that God commanded it. So we're still not in the same position.
separate effing
So we're looking at your position now. If you take that out for a moment, and you say, okay, let's set this separate point that we disagree on. Let's just look at the other one, just permitting these things. And I would say yes. On the face of it,
Not
if
just
God's
permitting. You said God kills babies and he kills. You said that.
if God is just permitting it and killing women and children and giving them cancer and all these other things for something like his jollies, and there's not like
Talk about the
some
reasons.
really Andrew, I'm gonna keep going. And there's not some big, like, cosmic fill in the blank that I'm missing, then yes, in that, it would make God just as big of an immoral monster as actually commanding them himself.
Why do you do this, James? Why do you do this, bro? Look, I understand.
Sully, can you help clean this up?
No, not Sully. Can you help me?
Because Andrew and I are talking past each other.
Close your eyes and get
No,
comfortable.
we're not talking. No.
It's time to breathe deeply and relax completely. Breathe deeply and relax completely, allowing a quietness of spirit to come in. Feel the blood flowing through your arms and legs, through your body and mind. Relaxing. And when the breath is all the way out, contract your stomach muscles and push it even further out and further out. And then repeat this process of breathing deeply and relaxing completely. And if any outside thoughts should come into your mind, simply brush them aside and return your concentration to the sound of my voice. And breathing deeply and relaxing completely. Breathing deeply and relaxing completely. And now use your imagination and feel your body relaxing one part at a time in response to my words. Play the role, play the part, and mentally lay the relaxing suggestions into that part of your body and feel them take effect. Feel your body relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. And the relaxing sensations are now coming into the toes of both of your feet at the same time. Moving right on down into your arches, into your heels, and on up into your ankles. Completely relaxed, completely relaxed. And these soothing sensations are now moving on up your legs to your knees, relaxing all the muscles as it goes. And on up your legs to your thighs and to your hips. Just completely relaxing. And your full attention is on the sound of my voice. As the relaxing sensations move into the fingers of both of your hands. Relaxing your hands. And it now moves on up into your forearms, relaxing your forearms, and on up into your upper arms, relaxing your upper arms. And your fingers and hands and forearms and upper arms are now just completely relaxed, as the soothing sensations move on down into the base of your spine, and then begin to move slowly up your spine, up your spine, up your spine, and into the back of your neck and shoulder muscles. And the back of your neck and shoulder muscles are now loose and limp, loose and limp, just completely relaxed. And the relaxing sensations now move on up the back of your neck and into your scalp, relaxing your scalp. Feel your scalp relaxing, and feel the relaxing sensations flow down into your facial muscles, relaxing your facial muscles, just completely relaxing your facial muscles. Allow a little space between your teeth, and your jaw is relaxed. And your entire body is now relaxed all over in every way. All tension is gone from your body and mind. All tension is gone from your body and mind. And it's time to imagine a bright white light coming down from above and entering your crown chakra of spirituality on the top of your head. Now this is the universal light of life energy. See it, feel it, create it with the unlimited power of your mind, and feel the light within you, flowing through your body and mind, filling you to overflowing with this bright white protectory light. And now, vividly imagine the light concentrating around your heart area. And visualize it emerging from your heart area to totally surround your body with a protectory aura of bright white God light. And as you continue to listen to the sound of my voice, vividly imagine yourself in a situation in which you were going down, 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 deeper and deeper down, as I count backwards from 7 to 1. Number 7, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 6, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 5, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 3, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 2, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 1. And you're now very, very deep. And you feel deep. But let's go down even deeper, even deeper, even deeper. Number 7, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 6, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 5, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 4, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 3, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 2, deeper, 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 down, down, down. Number 1. And you're now relaxed and at ease and at peace in a relaxing, altered state of consciousness. And each and every time you alter consciousness, you will go deeper than the time before until you've reached your natural level, which can be maintained by using this technique several times a week. Now, if at any time you feel uncomfortable in any way, all you have to do to awaken is to mentally count yourself up from 1 to 5. So you're in control. You can awaken at any time you desire to do so. And you're now relaxed and at ease, and a quietness of spirit permeates your body and mind. And I'm going to begin by providing suggestions that will be communicated to every level of your body and mind. And they'll be accepted on every level of your body and mind. A quietness of spirit now permeates your body and mind. You release all tension created by stored up energy within your nervous system.
He wants to rush.
All nervous energy is released to flow freely through your body and mind to be used in constructive ways. You feel calm, relaxed, and at peace with yourself, the world, and everyone in it. You have the courage and confidence to do what you need to do to resolve your problems. You can resolve your concerns and conflicts with minimal effort. You accept the things you cannot change, and you change the things you can. You accept who you are. You always do your best, which is all anyone can ask. Every day, in every way, you become more peaceful and harmonious. Negativity flows through you, without affecting you. As a result of this programming, you develop a new mellow and confident self-image. Quietness of spirit are your key trigger words for post-hypnotic conditioned response. And these suggestions have been communicated to every level of your body and mind, and they've been accepted on every level of your body and mind. And it's now time to visualize yourself having successfully overcome.
Multiple accounts. What's up, man? Nobody has if you would like to.
Hey, sorry, bro. I was just checking in to see if you wanted to get a drink in the beer in Lakeview, buddy.
You fucker.
Happy 4th of July.
How you been?
Man, superpower.
This guy, he knows. How you been?
Hey, how you doing, man? What's
Yeah,
up,
he's
man?
from Chicago like me.
Boy, you come up.
Oh,
People are
Chicago,
like me.
yeah. Right there. You are in the hills, right? Isn't it?
Any and all anxiety. Imagine how good it feels to experience an ongoing quietness of spirit. Imagine your reactions and the reactions of those close to you. Vividly fantasize all the changes and benefits derived from living life in this calm state of mind. Create every detail of these visualizations, and in so doing, you communicate your desires to the levels of mind that will assist you in manifesting the positive outcomes. Imagine what you desire as if it were already so. Do this now while I am quiet for a while. And you've just seen your own reality. And you're open to positive suggestions which you'll accept and act upon. A quietness of spirit now permeates your body and mind. You release all tension created by stored up energy within your nervous system. All nervous energy is released to flow freely through your body and mind to be used in constructive ways. You feel calm, relaxed, and at peace with yourself, the world, and everyone in it. You have the courage and confidence to do what you need to do to resolve your problems. You can resolve concerns and conflicts with minimal effort.
The general societies are like more Western.
You accept the things you cannot change, and you
I don't know about that. Yeah, if you look everything from like how the women interpret, like how they interpret whether they should cover up or not, to you know, how grounded are they? Even if you look in Iran, right?
the inerrancy of Scripture are also like fallible. Everything that
Yeah, they're fallible, but there's
right. But then you land on, and then therefore the Bible must be infallible, and then
yes,
it's a complete. It's an epistemic like. It's like an epistemic black hole. It's just like finite epistemic, strength, finite epistemic strength, and then we're just like infinite epistemic strength.
I don't understand what you're saying.
It's just
because I know that my reasoning is fallible doesn't mean that it is fallible. Doesn't mean I should conclude that it is fallible. It just means I know I can be wrong. I've come to a conclusion that the Scripture is infallible.
No, but the point.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. I don't know, buddy.
Why would you conclude? Why would you? So basically, it's like your conclusion is Scripture is infallible, but you don't have reasons that support that to the degree that you're like epistemically certain in the belief that the Scripture is infallible. Right.
I'm not gonna be
So it's like
no.
right, but then it's just like okay, you have a second order uncertainty about whether the Bible is infallible or not.
I mean,
right?
sure, that's fine.
Now you're saying I believe that it's infallible, right?
Something like that. I mean, it's kind of weird.
It's not though. It's like it's totally different because like the point is that like if that's the like you should question whether the belief is actually warranted, right? Like you should question if that's their belief. Like, is this kind of belief actually warranted?
Yeah, of course I question it, Sully. I don't think they're actually lightly take this. It's not how lightly take this on board. I don't know why you'd say that. I mean,
The belief. I'm explaining why.
okay, but you're acting like I
Like you don't believe that like your reasons that lead you to this belief are infallible, but then the content of the belief that you're referring to is that this book is infallible, right?
Yeah, I believe I have multiple fallible lines of reasoning to come to the same conclusion that the Scripture is infallible.
Right, and it's just like to me that it seems like problematic, right? And the reason it seems problematic is that it's the same reason that people sort of summarize the problem of induction in this way, where if you deductively justified induction, that would be too strong, and if you inductively justified induction, that would be circular, right? And it's the same here, where it's like you're basically saying, I have a fallible line of reasoning, let's call it that, right? So it's like I never have epistemic certainty in my line of reasoning, and then I arrive at the belief that something is infallible, but I still am not epistemically certain that it is.
Yeah, sure.
And it just seems like in tension with the content of the belief. It's like saying that my conclusion is that I am epistemically certain that P. So like you have one proposition which is P, and then you have another that says I'm epistemically certain that P, and then you have another which says like I'm not epistemically certain that I'm epistemically certain that P. Right? And it's like it's seemingly like problematic to say that you're going to get to the belief that this thing is infallible, based on a bunch of fallible lines of reasoning. So shouldn't you recognize you should recognize that the fallibility of your reasons transfers to the Bible.